The Credit Suisse people said, oh, well, it's too dangerous. Well, crypto, we couldn't possibly consider. It would be so unstable and so terrible. And we have a reputation to protect. You know, we're here for the long term. We've been here for over 150 years, and we couldn't embrace this crypto thing. And lo and behold, who's buying Credit Suisse? UBS, only if the Swiss government bails them out. You see, the banking system in general is falling apart. And it's falling apart predictably so because it's always been a Ponzi scheme. You have this business where you take other people's money and then you use that to multiply and create money out of thin air, give it to people all around the world, and then you make windfall profits from it until people get a little shaky, in which case you socialize your losses and give those losses to society. And this is what's happened for years in the banking industry. We've witnessed the US dollar lose more than 95% of its value over the last 100 years. We've witnessed the last 3 years alone, the supply of money in the United States double. We've witnessed so much evil, just reprehensible behavior by the banking industry. The escape valve has been cryptocurrencies. It gives us the ability to go into the digital space and take money to the next level, put people back in charge, embrace full reserve, all this type of stuff.
In a recent video broadcast titled Markets and Contagion, Charles Hoskinson, a prominent American entrepreneur and co-founder of the Cardano blockchain platform, shared his thoughts on the ongoing banking crisis in the United States. Hoskinson joined a group of top investors and industry leaders in expressing concern about the giant, carefully orchestrated Ponzi scheme that is the global banking sector. According to Hoskinson, the banking industry has always sought to maximize profits while shifting losses onto taxpayers. He attributed this to the collusion between these banks, their executives, regulators, and politicians. Hoskinson noted that this explains why Washington big shots are opposed to the cryptocurrency industry. He argues that the cryptocurrency industry is the only ethical and practical solution to the banking crisis, as it offers a way out of the mess rather than being the problem, as regulators in the United States claim. Make sure to stick around to the end of the video, where Hoskinson highlights a significant yet neglected part of the current problem and its potential ripple effect on the global banking system in the coming weeks. Hoskinson's insights provide a highly insightful outlook onto the banking crisis and the position of the cryptocurrency industry. Also, only a small percentage of my viewers are actually subscribed. If you enjoy finance content, consider subscribing or liking the video. It's free and you can always change your mind.
When I was still the CEO of Ethereum many years ago, in a past life, I tried to get a Credit Suisse account when we were in Switzerland, because, you know, it's 2014, and the Credit Suisse people said, oh, well, it's too dangerous. Well, crypto, we couldn't possibly consider. It would be so unstable and so terrible, and we have a reputation to protect. You know, we're here for the long term. We've been here for over 150 years, and we couldn't embrace this crypto thing. And lo and behold, who's buying Credit Suisse? UBS, only if the Swiss government bails them out. You see, the banking system in general is falling apart. And it's falling apart predictably so because it's always been a Ponzi scheme. You have this business where you take other people's money and then you use that to multiply and create money out of thin air, give it to people all around the world, and then you make windfall profits from it until people get a little shaky, in which case you socialize your losses and give those losses to society. The escape valve has been cryptocurrencies. It gives us the ability to go into the digital space and take money to the next level, put people back in charge, embrace full reserve, all this type of stuff. And you know what's happened? The governments are coming in saying crypto caused this problem, not the trillions of dollars of money printing, not the fractional reserve banking system, but crypto caused this problem. Not the rampant corruption, not the nepotism, not the U.S. warfare culture that we've had. 9 countries over the last 23 years, $15 trillion in wars. It's obviously the market that's less than $1 trillion, crypto. That's what caused all these problems. So go look at Bank of America's unrealized losses. It's $113 billion. Look at JP Morgan Chase. It's around $40 or so billion. Go down the list of your bank. Google your bank unrealized losses. You cannot base a system on a lie, on a fantasy, and then expect that system to be stable. Every time they fail, you and me and everyone else in the United States and the world has to pay for it. And every time they succeed on our backs, they get the money. And then they use that financial power to buy up media and to buy up politicians to convince you that somehow they're virtuous and moral. They never have been, they never will be, and now is the time for people to really start having that message break through. We're going to live in a world where these banks don't exist in this format anymore, because you know what? The solution to this upcoming banking crisis that's happening is too big to fail plus, plus, plus. We don't have it anymore. Just look at the debt, our national debt, United States. It's over $30 trillion. What happens when that goes to 10%, which it's heading towards? That's more money than we spend on our military times 3, just to service the interest rate on the debt. How can we afford that? We can't. There's a liquidity crisis with the dollar right now. The rest of the world, they're trying to get off of it because they don't want to be on this sinking ship. They don't want to endure this. And what is the politician's solution? To come and say crypto is responsible. So let me get this straight. The people who push for full reserve banking are responsible. The people who push for auditability and transparency and immutability are responsible. The people that push for decentralization, resilience by design, open source, community ownership instead of ownership by the few are responsible. And the reality is that this fractional reserve banking system is on its last leg. It's not going to last. It will not survive another 20, 30, 40 years. It's not stable. We have to take back our money. I tell you what scares the government. Got these T-bills, 3-month expiry. U.S. government's behind it. What happens when we can make those security tokens and businesses can just buy those and use those as their bank accounts? And markets are sufficiently liquid that they can instantly convert and make payments with them. How will the U.S. government argue that that's not safe? That their own debt is not safe? Have full custody and full control over it, and you can settle all your business accounting with it, you do payroll with it. Why would I, as a business, want to put my money in a bank that the FDIC only insures $250,000 and hope to God that I don't lose my deposits, that pays 0% interest or 0.1%, when I can go buy T-bills and treat them like a bank account and be able to pay people in that? And that's what security tokens give you. That's coming. So how do you get out of it? Yeah, print more money. And 30 trillion turns to 50. And the purchasing power of the dollar, who cares about that? Everybody's savings will go to hell. So how do we solve it? Print more money. More Social Security, more this, more that, with money we don't have. Tax the rich, great. That'll solve it. Take 100% of all their money. Still won't pay for this. It's lies upon lies upon lies upon lies. And now we witness real time the contagion of the system spreading. SVB to Signature to Credit Suisse, and it's going to continue. The antidote has been and always will be honest money. And the digital gold of the day is the cryptocurrency standard. Right here, right now, our industry is proving its worth, and proving its worth more than all other industries combined. It's giving you your identity back, your data back, your money back, your payment system back, your banking back, your voice back.